So today I was able to tackle a project that's been bugging me ever since we moved in here. We've got two big oak trees and they're probably about 20 feet from the house. They're both fairly old and one of them looks like it's kind of rotted on the bottom. I feel pretty comfortable cutting trees, but these were a little close to the house, so I called in the professional. So we called in Rich from Timber Loving Tree Care. He's a local here in Huddleston and he really knows what he's doing. And he said he was perfectly fine just dropping these on the ground and leaving the rest to me. As usual, I'm looking for the most affordable way to do something. So for me, the cheapest way to have him cut these trees was to just cut them and drop them on the ground. To have him clear all this out and stuff would have at least doubled my cost. So I got these things just cut and I thought that I would just find something to do with the waste. So I'm going to show you how this one big tree job is going to fuel a lot of smaller projects right here at the house. All right, so today's the day that these trees back here are going to come down. They've been a problem ever since we moved in. Not a problem, they've just been kind of nagging at me ever since we moved in. They're a little close to the house. You can see here how close it is to the house. And the way that one's split, I feel like rather than breaking, that's just going to split there at the trunk. So I think rather than worry about it, we're just going to make an extra wide parking spot. As you can see, this white oak has got some root rot going on. And it's just a matter of time for this one. Look at that. Woodpeckers are already at it. Yeah, that's got to go. So as we were cutting the trees down, I separated the limbs out like this so that I can use these in a rustic trellis or arbor of some sort in the garden. So I'll just cut them with a little bit of intention and end up with a scrap like this that I can then just toss into the bigger pile, and that's going to be my resource pile for when I build my garden fence and trellises. So as I trim off the smaller parts, I can just separate these into a separate pile. Those have a place and a purpose in the project, but I want to separate the smaller stuff from the big stuff. I really like these organic, natural shapes that you can get with these branches, and this will make a really beautiful fence. So when you end up with something like this, that's kind of big, that might not end up as the final piece, but it's a good place to start, and it gives me room to cut further if I need to cut it down even more. Well, 2 trees down and a whole lot of cleanup to go, but around here it just means more materials for the next project. So stick around, because these piles of branches, believe it or not, are going to become something beautiful soon down here in the garden. As usual, thanks for watching. Thanks for staying interested. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.